is Sally, your health and wellness coach, coming back at you with another video. In Pageland, South Carolina, I am at the Watermelon Festival for 2023, and I'm walking down Pearl Street, and I run into this wonderful young lady. Of course, I see a stand, and they're offering free Narcan, and that caught my attention. So I got to talking with Beth, and she told me they started a foundation. How long ago?
This year.
Just this year, because she lost her brother, her mother lost her son to a drug overdose of poisoning. So I'm going to let the mother, Melinda Cato, tell us how this came about.
The foundation?
Yes.
My son struggled with addiction for just a short while. His father had committed suicide, and that caused post-traumatic stress. And then he had been taking some pain pills for a shoulder injury, and the pain pills he couldn't get anymore, so he started trying to buy them on the street. I think in late 2018 or first of 2019 was the first time he used heroin. And the day he died, we had gone to get meth because I had been getting Narcan Wednesday before, and I was just crying when it came to and told him I couldn't find him dead. So he wanted to take something that he knew would not kill him until he had dipped into a rehab. And that very day that he died, he had already filled out an application for a long-term rehab for a year. Signed it that day, and it asked on there, who referred him? And he said, God. And he had no idea what he thought was going to happen. 30 times with the dose. He was at the house with me. I heard something. I ran back there. He was dead that quick. And then I just Narcan. Then I gave him CPR until the rescue squad got there. They hooked him up to a drip, Narcan, and a heart starting medication. Worked with him for 45 minutes. Couldn't get any, his heart didn't beat one time.
Wow.
And they told me this was all they could do. And neither one of us had done well. It's been almost 3 years. And I was going to see a doctor, and he wanted to send me to a psychiatrist. And I said, I'm not going to Charlotte. And he said, if you don't do something, you've got to do something. He said, you've got to do something that you can find purpose in. You've got to do something that will bring honor to your son. Start a foundation. That very day, she and I started this brainstorm. She did all the design, and we got this foundation started. And we're praying that it will change lives. Go ahead, son.
Sadly, so many more have lost their lives like this, so we brought more into this foundation and here today to try to bring awareness because they're suffering too. So
Yeah, we want to find a way to stop this in some way, shape, or form. Tell me about what's going on with that law with restricted retail.
yes, so South Carolina drug-induced homicide.
Hope you can hear us.
South Carolina drug-induced homicide has recently pushed through a bill that has made the sale of fentanyl, I think it's 2 grains of fentanyl, a prosecutable offense.
Okay.
And the next step is to make these poisonings, basically a homicide, so that these children don't know that they're getting this, it kills them. So we need to hold people accountable because families are suffering.
We've been to talk to the sheriff's department to tell them these addicts, they don't need visitation. That's not help.
They need help.
They need rehab.
Yeah.
They need Fentanyl Rehabilitation Centers. Unfortunately, how this starts for a lot of people is they get an injury or they have pain for whatever reason, and they'll go to a doctor who legally prescribes a medication to help with pain. And then once they start taking that medicine, maybe over time your body gets used to it, they build tolerance and start to need more. And what I see a lot of times is they go back to the doctor to get a prescription. The doctor may not want to fill the prescription anymore. And now you're stuck with pain that started as acute pain and now it has become chronic pain. which you're pretty much living with, and then you no longer have access to legal prescriptions, and so these kids turn to the streets to get help with the discomfort that they're experiencing. And unfortunately, what results from that is some of this stuff they're getting up on the streets is laced with poisonous and dangerous chemicals that is causing them to overdrug themselves and die. So this foundation is helping provide Narcan, which is an antidote for narcotics and opioids. Once a person takes a medicine that alters their brain and makes them become maybe lethargic and unconscious, which for some of them they slip into a coma and die, the Narcan reverses the effect of that. And if you catch it on time, depending on how much of the poison they have in their bloodstream, you may be able to save a life. So what we're trying to do is really to help keep these drugs off the street and decrease the access that people have to this poisonous and dangerous chemicals that we're putting in our bodies. So my heart goes out to this family.